An AFC North matchup. We got the Steelers and Bengals. And this game,
Great
ridiculous.
game.
Right now, the Bengals are favored at 6.5, over under of 44. And my first instincts of this game, I feel like I understand why the Bengals have that high of a spread, but I think they're understating the Steelers. And I think that's why I'm going to pick the Steelers to cover. I'm still going to pick the Bengals to win, but this is a game that the Steelers could definitely win, especially because it's in division. Obviously, they're going to be rocking Mitch Trubisky for week 1. But I think it's that defense for me that I'm like, okay, they don't really have a lot of holes on defense. And then on offense, they're really only their only real hole is their offensive line. But everything else on that team is set. So I think they cover. I think this is a pretty close game. I'm going to pick the Bengals to win it. I'm going to say 27-24.
Yeah, I see the Steelers being very overlooked this season. I mean, they got to the playoffs with Ben Roethlisberger, and there were stretches where it was hard to watch him last year, and he could barely throw the football, wasn't on time, wasn't accurate. And also, in the modern NFL, you need a quarterback that can run and move. It's just a fact. And Ben Roethlisberger was a sitting duck back there, as well as losing a step physically. And mentally, he was still sharp. He would still get him in the right positions, but that wasn't what Ben Roethlisberger was known for. Ben Roethlisberger was known for extending plays and playing backyard football, which is what made him great, because he had a John Elway complex as well. That's why he wore number 7 and he resembled his game. But it's like, when you can't do it physically, it's a lot harder. But now you have Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett waiting to back him up, and you have a loaded defense and have added a lot of talent. So I think the thing that takes the longest to gel at the beginning of the season is always the offensive line. While the Bengals have a great offensive line, they made a bunch of additions. I think it may take a few weeks to build that chemistry. And when you have someone like TJ Watt, I see this game coming down to a TJ Watt play, and I'm going to pick the Steelers to win in an upset. A little bit of a Super Bowl hangover for the Bengals. I think it will take them a game or two just to get going this year. So I'm going to go Steelers to win it 27-24 in a barn burner. Classic AFC North game. I mean, Joe Mixon, Najee Harris, Trey Hendrickson versus TJ Watt. Amazing. Yeah. I can't wait for this game. This is going to be the best game. We get this at 1:00. That's how good some of the other games are.
Oh my God. It even gets better. Because we got